And materia medica had been around since probably at least the middle of the 19th century. It was a very old topic discussing how medicines worked. But clinical pharmacology had recently been invented as such, starting in the late 50s and early 60s. So I said, well, materia medica was my best subject. He said, well, you ought to be a clinical pharmacologist. I said, what's that? He said, well, you need to go and read about it. It's in all the journals at the moment. But there are editorials discussing this new subject. I said, oh, right. So I went away and did what he'd said. And I looked, of course, in the British Medical Journal, and I looked in the Lancet, the two major UK medical journals, and sure enough, there were editorials saying that here was a new specialty, clinical pharmacology. And I discovered then that there were reports being written about this. In 1969, the Royal College of Physicians had set up a committee to look into it and had produced a report under the chairmanship of Cyril Clarke, who Sir Cyril Clarke later became president of the Royal College of Physicians. The World Health Organization produced a report on the future of clinical pharmacology in 1970, and it looked as if this was an up-and-coming important specialty. And it appealed to me because I'd been very interested in how medicines work, what they do, what their side effects were, and so on. And I decided there and then that I'd be a clinical pharmacologist. And it appealed not just because I was interested in medicines, but because it seemed to me to be a specialty that covered the whole waterfront of medicine. Everything, every specialty, every subspecialty, whatever it was, had something to do with medicines and their therapeutic effects. And it seemed to me that all my interests, and I'd been interested in pretty much everything I studied in the undergraduate course, that all my interests would come together in the study of clinical pharmacology, and that's how it happened.